Welcome to our channel, USA Coin Spot. In this video I am going to tell you about the 5 cents United States of America, which are very valuable and rare. If you have them, you can take advantage of them. Top 1. Imagine finding a simple 5-cent coin in your collection and discovering it could be worth an absolute fortune. Yes, you heard that right. A small, unassuming nickel from 1975, with no mint mark, could be hiding in your pocket change, and its value could be jaw-dropping. The kind of money that makes you stop and think, how many of these have I spent without realizing their true worth? Let's dive into this incredible story of the 1975 Jefferson Nickel, a coin that has shocked collectors and experts alike. What makes it so special? Why is it commanding insane prices at auction? And most importantly, how can you tell if you have one of these ultra-valuable coins? You don't want to miss a second of this because this might be the one coin that changes everything for you. First, let's break it down. The 1975 Jefferson Nickel was produced in large numbers at multiple U.S. mints, including Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. However, the real treasure lies in a particular version, one without a mint mark, originally from a proof set. Now, proof coins are not your ordinary circulation coins. They are struck using specially polished dies, giving them that mirror-like finish that collectors absolutely love. These coins are not meant for everyday use, but occasionally, due to mishaps, some escape into the wild. Here's where things get crazy. A few of these 1975 no-mint mark nickels have surfaced in the collector's market, and their value has skyrocketed to unbelievable levels. Think about it. Most nickels are worth just 5 cents, but this one? It has sold for prices that leave people speechless. Why? Because it's a mystery coin, a coin that shouldn't even exist in the first place. Experts believe that a small number of proof coins were mistakenly struck without the mint mark that should have been there. These rare anomalies, known as errors, drive collectors wild. And when demand meets rarity, the price shoots through the roof. Now, here's what you need to do. If you ever come across a 1975 nickel that looks different, especially one with an unusually sharp strike and a reflective surface, don't just toss it aside. Flip it over, examine it closely, and most importantly, check for that missing mint mark. If there's no S under the date, you could be holding a literal jackpot in your hands. Just how much is this coin worth? Get ready, because the numbers are mind-blowing. Some of these ultra-rare 1975 no-mint mark proof nickels have sold for prices between $3,900 and an astonishing $63,000. That's life-changing money for a single 5-cent piece. So, next time you go through your change or coin collection, take an extra moment to inspect your nickels. That simple act could be the difference between an ordinary day and the discovery of a lifetime. Who knows? You might just have a fortune waiting for you, hidden in plain sight. Keep searching, keep collecting, and who knows, you could be the next lucky collector to cash in on this incredible find. Top 2. If you have an American 5-cent coin from 1986 without a mint mark, you might be holding a small fortune without even realizing it. This isn't just any ordinary nickel. It's an extremely rare era coin that was never meant to exist, and if you find one, you could be looking at a payday worth thousands. Most people overlook nickels in their spare change, tossing them into a jar or spending them without a second thought. But what if I told you that a simple 5-cent coin could be worth as much as a brand new car? That's exactly the case with the rare 1986 proof nickel that's missing its mint mark, and today, we're diving deep into why this coin is so special, how it happened, and most importantly, how much money it could be worth if you're lucky enough to find one. Now, let's talk about what makes this particular nickel so valuable. The United States Mint produces two main types of coins: regular circulation coins that you'll find in your everyday pocket change and proof coins, which are specially struck for collectors. Proof coins are made with an extraordinary level of detail, featuring sharp designs, mirror-like surfaces, and an overall higher quality than regular coins. These coins are never meant to be used in everyday transactions. They are sold in special proof sets directly to collectors. The 1986 proof nickels were struck at the San Francisco Mint, and every single one of them should have an S mint mark below the date, identifying where it was made. But here's where the mystery begins. A small number of these proof nickels were somehow struck without the S mint mark. Instead of being rejected or corrected, these error coins made their way out of the mint, becoming one of the rarest and most valuable nickels in modern history. The missing mint mark is what makes this coin such a legendary find among collectors. Proof coins are struck with extreme precision, and the minting process is carefully controlled to ensure that errors like this don't happen. But in the case of the 1986 proof nickel, something went terribly wrong. The dies that were supposed to imprint the S mint mark were either improperly prepared or mistakenly used before the mark was added. This resulted in a small number of proof nickels leaving the San Francisco Mint without the identifying letter, creating an instant numismatic rarity. Since these coins were part of proof sets, they were never supposed to be spent or used as regular money. But over the years, some of them have found their way into circulation, which means that there's always a chance that one of these ultra-rare nickels could be sitting unnoticed in someone's collection, a forgotten proof set, or even mixed in with pocket change. So, how do you know if you have one of these valuable coins? First, you need to look for that all-important proof finish. These coins have an unmistakable mirror-like surface that sets them apart from regular nickels. If you find a 1986 nickel that has a brilliant, reflective surface but no S mint mark under the date, you could be holding one of these rare errors. But don't get too excited just yet. Condition is everything when it comes to coin collecting. The highest prices are paid for coins in the best possible condition, meaning they should have no signs of wear, scratches, or damage. If your coin is still in its original proof set or has been carefully preserved, its value could be astronomical. And speaking of value, let's talk about just how much money this rare nickel is worth. While most 1986 nickels are worth just their face value of 5 cents, the missing mint mark proof nickels have shattered expectations at auctions. Collectors are willing to pay premium prices for this coin, and its value has skyrocketed over the years. Depending on its condition and where it's sold, this rare nickel has been known to fetch prices ranging from $2,900 to an incredible $43,000. That's right, $43,000 for a single 5-cent coin. Imagine finding one of these in an old coin set or among a relative's collection. That one tiny nickel could be the most valuable coin you'll ever come across, and most people wouldn't even realize it. So, before you spend any 1986 nickels or assume they're just ordinary coins, take a closer look. If you find one with a flawless, mirror-like proof finish and no mint mark, you could be sitting on a small fortune. Check your coin collections, search through old proof sets, and never underestimate the power of a simple nickel. Some of the most valuable coins in history have been found by ordinary people who just took the time to look a little closer. Could you be the next lucky finder of this rare and valuable coin? Top 3. The 1966 American 5-cent coin, the Jefferson Nickel, is a sleeper rarity that could be hiding in plain sight. If you have one, you might be holding a fortune without even realizing it. While most nickels from this year are common, there's a special version that collectors are willing to pay thousands for. It's not just any nickel, it comes from a proof set, yet it lacks a mint mark, making it a true standout in the world of numismatics. Back in 1966, the U.S. Mint was going through a transition. Due to a nationwide coin shortage, the government temporarily removed mint marks from coins to discourage hoarding. That meant nickels were struck at various mint facilities, but none bore the usual D for Denver or S for San Francisco. Most of these coins entered circulation and were used in everyday transactions. However, a special few were made differently, proof-like in appearance, yet without a mint mark, and these are where the big money is. Now, here's the shocking part. The rarest 1966 5-cent coins are those that came from a proof set but somehow ended up in the hands of collectors without their intended designation. These aren't just any proof coins, these are elusive, high-quality pieces that have puzzled experts for years. Because of their unusual origin and superior strike quality, they stand out from regular business strike nickels. But why are they worth so much? The key to their massive value lies in their rarity and condition. A regular 1966 nickel isn't going to make you rich. But if you find one that has the characteristics of a proof strike, sharper details, mirror-like surfaces, and an overall superior look, then you might be in luck. These coins were never meant to enter circulation, yet a select few escaped. Because they lack a mint mark and don't officially exist as part of regular proof sets, they are considered anomalies, making them highly desirable among serious collectors. Imagine checking your old coin collection or an inherited stash of proof sets and coming across a 1966 nickel that looks shinier and more detailed than usual. If it meets the right criteria, it could be worth thousands. And we're not talking small numbers here. The right specimen in top condition has sold for as much as $75,000 at auction. Even lower-grade examples have fetched close to $5,000. That's life-changing money for a single 5-cent coin. So, what should you be looking for? First, examine the details on your 1966 nickel. Does it have an unusually sharp strike, strong details in Jefferson's hair and the Monticello building, and a deep, reflective surface? If so, it might be time to get it professionally graded. Certification from major coin grading services like PCGS or NGC can confirm its authenticity and unlock its true value. With coin prices constantly rising and collectors on the hunt for rare finds, the demand for these unique 1966 no-mint mark proof-like nickels has never been higher. Could you be sitting on one of these hidden treasures? Check your collection, because if you find the right one, it could be worth anywhere from $4,900 to $75,000. Top 4. Imagine coming across an ordinary 5-cent coin, something you might have in your pocket right now. You wouldn't think twice about it. After all, it's just a nickel, right? But what if I told you that a specific American 5-cent coin from the year 2000, without a mint mark, could be worth thousands of dollars? That's right. Some lucky collectors have cashed in big on this rare find, and you could be holding on to one without even realizing it. Most people don't pay attention to nickels, but coin collectors know that even the smallest details can turn a common coin into an extraordinary treasure. The 2000 American 5-cent coin without a mint mark is one of the most mysterious and valuable pieces to ever surface in the numismatic world. These coins are originally from proof sets, specially made for collectors with extra precision and a mirror-like shine. But here's where it gets interesting. Some of these proof nickels were struck without a mint mark, and a few have even made their way into circulation. That tiny mistake has made them incredibly rare, and when rare coins appear, big money follows. You see, proof nickels from the year 2000 were meant to be struck at the San Francisco Mint, which means they should have an S mint mark. But a small number have been discovered without it, making them a mystery that continues to drive collectors crazy. The absence of the mint mark shouldn't exist, and when something in the coin world defies expectations, it skyrockets in value. The moment one of these no mint mark nickels appears at an auction, collectors go wild, pushing the price higher and higher. People are desperate to get their hands on these coins because they are practically unheard of. It's the kind of discovery that makes coin hunting so exciting. You never know when an overlooked piece in your collection could be worth a life-changing amount. Now, the real question is, how much can one of these rare nickels be worth? The numbers will shock you. We're not talking about a few $100s or even a couple of thousand. If you happen to have this coin in top condition, collectors have been willing to pay as much as $3,100 for a lower-graded example. But if you find one in pristine condition, perfectly preserved and certified by a grading service, its value can soar to an unbelievable $45,000. That's right, one single 5-cent coin could be worth more than some luxury cars. This is why people are rushing to check their old coin collections, digging through change jars, and even searching rolls of nickels from the bank. You never know when one of these valuable pieces could turn up. If you have a 5-cent coin from the year 2000, take a close look. Does it have a highly reflective, mirror-like surface? And more importantly, does it lack a mint mark? If the answer is yes, you could be in possession of a hidden fortune. But don't make the mistake of selling it too soon. Get it professionally authenticated and graded, because that's what determines its final value. The difference between a raw coin and one in a high-grade slab could mean tens of thousands of dollars. The hunt for rare coins like these never stops, and collectors are always on the lookout for the next big discovery. Every now and then, a coin that wasn't supposed to exist surfaces, rewriting what we thought we knew about American currency. This rare 5-cent piece is one of those cases, and it proves that hidden treasures can be anywhere. So don't let an opportunity like this slip away. Check your nickels, because the next time you find one, you might just be holding a small piece of metal worth more than you ever imagined. Top 5. Imagine holding an ordinary 5-cent coin in your hand, something so common that most people wouldn't give it a second thought. But what if I told you that a rare version of the 1969 Jefferson Nickel, one that was never meant to exist, could be worth an absolute fortune? That's right. There's a highly sought-after variety of this coin that has sent collectors into a frenzy. And if you're lucky enough to come across one, you could be looking at a life-changing amount of money. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so special. The 1969 Jefferson Nickel was struck at the Philadelphia Mint, which means it typically doesn't carry a mint mark. That's completely normal. But here's where things get interesting. Proof coins from 1969 were only supposed to be minted in San Francisco, meaning they should all have an S mint mark. However, a few rare proof nickels were mistakenly struck without the S, making them one of the rarest and most valuable nickels ever discovered. Proof coins are different from regular circulation coins. They're struck with specially polished dies, giving them sharp, mirror-like surfaces with incredible detail. They aren't meant to be spent like regular nickels. Instead, they are sold to collectors in proof sets. But somewhere along the production line, a mistake happened, and a small number of these proof nickels left the US Mint without their mint mark. That means this isn't just any missing mint mark coin, it's an ultra-rare error from a proof set, a kind of coin that was never meant to exist. Now, you're probably wondering how you can tell if you have one of these rare nickels. The first thing to check is whether your 1969 Jefferson Nickel has that proof-like shine. Proof coins have deeply mirrored surfaces, strong details, and a beautiful contrast between the raised areas and the background. If your nickel looks like a proof but is missing the S mint mark, you could be holding something incredibly rare. Because of their rarity, these no mint mark proof nickels have become one of the most valuable Jefferson nickels in existence. Collectors and investors alike are willing to pay staggering amounts for one of these coins, and when they come up for auction, the bidding wars are intense. The value of this coin starts at $4,800 and can go as high as $55,000. Think about that for a moment. A 5-cent coin, something most people wouldn't think twice about, could be worth thousands of dollars. It's the perfect example of why coin collecting is so exciting. Hidden treasures are out there, and they could be sitting in an old proof set, a collection passed down through generations, or even a forgotten box in someone's attic. If you ever come across a 1969 Jefferson Nickel, take a closer look. If it has the mirror-like finish of a proof coin but is missing the S mint mark, you might have just hit the jackpot. These coins are among the rarest in modern American numismatics, and finding one could mean turning a tiny 5-cent piece into an extraordinary payday. So keep searching, keep checking your coins, and who knows? You could be the next lucky person to uncover one of the rarest nickels ever struck.